Welcome to the series of Oracle Fusion middleware video or lessons. In this session, I'm going to cover about the SOA installation. So to start with the SOA installation, you need to install infrastructure, that is what WebLogic server installation, or you can call it as a middleware infrastructure. Followed by you have to install SOA product, that is service-oriented architecture product. After installation of infrastructure and SOA middleware, SOA product, you have to run the RCU report, that is called repository creation utility. This will create the schemas on your database. So these schemas are required to run the SOA product. So after creating the schemas, you need to create the domain, that is called WebLogic domain, which will have your admin server, managed servers, and node manager and everything. Once after the domain creation, you need to start the servers along with node manager. Then you have to simply verify the URLs. Just to start with, what are the prerequisites on your machine? Since I'm going to install it on Windows machine, at least I should have 8 GB. Even on the Linux also it is same, you should have at least 8 GB of RAM. You need to install Java 1.8 and set the Java path. Then you should have the database for creating the required schemas using repository creation utility. So on my machine, I have already having the database. And I download the required binaries, that is Fusion middleware infrastructure binary, and then FMW SOA jar file. So without wasting time, let me start with the installation process. So to perform the same, let me clear the screen. So I have started the command prompt in administrator mode. So here I have maybe I'll show the folder structure here. So this is what the software I've downloaded. These two, infrastructure disk 1 of 1 and the SOA.jar file. So first, as per our screen, you have to start the infrastructure installation. So go inside this location and then execute the file. To execute the jar file, simply type java-jar and the file name, say enter. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes to open the console. Sorry, this was different, so don't consider this. So it will show up the installation screen. You need to wait 2 to 3 minutes here. This is what your Fusion middleware infrastructure installer. So just say next here, and since I don't want to get updates from Oracle, so I can simply select skip auto updates. So just say next here, and this is what your Oracle home location, or you can call it a middleware location. So you can give your C drive, D drive. So here I wanted to give some proper name here. So just say, since I am already having other products installed, Web Center portal sites, ADF and Web Center content, so I just want to name it as a middleware _ SOA. You can, whatever name you want, you can give it as here. Just say next and select either of these two options, Fusion middleware infrastructure or with examples. I'm going with the Fusion middleware infrastructure only. Just say next here and then uncheck this option. I don't want to get any updates, security updates from Oracle. Just say next, say yes. Then before saying install, just see here, this is what your Oracle home location, that's what it is going to create, this folder, and inside this middleware underscore SOA, it is going to install all these files, or you can call all these products small enterprise manager library, and a Fusion middleware Maven support required jar files, or all the applications will deploy. So say install here and wait for 2-3 minutes. So we're in the second step. We have already seen the prerequisite check. Then after this infrastructure installation, we have to install the SOA product. So it is almost completed. If you see over here, it is going to install all these libraries. Yep, it is done. So you can say either next or finish. I just say next to see the information. So this is about the information which I'm referring. So these many products, these many libraries, I can say these many libraries got installed inside this middleware SOA folder. So just finish here. So now we are good to start the SOA installation. So I have the SOA file located in Oracle 12c, the location. So I can go back one folder, let's say now java-jar, and this is what the SOA.jar, this is the jar file name to install the SOA product. So this is what I downloaded from Oracle site. So just say enter here. It will launch the screen now, the installation screen. So here you can say next here and just skip auto updates, similar to infrastructure only, since I don't want to get an update from Oracle. So that's the reason I'm selecting skip auto updates. Just say next and give the Oracle home location, whatever you have provided during the infrastructure installation. So it is going to install the SOA product inside this middleware. If you want, you can see here. Yep, these are the details which it is going to install, and say next here, and you can either select SOA suite or BPM. So when you select BPM, which includes a SOA as well, So since it's for demo purpose, I'm going to select only SOA suite here. So just say next, and then say next, and this is what it is going to install. If you want, you can save the response in your file. Whatever the information it is showing on the screen, it will save it in the notepad. So say install. You can have a look here. It will install the BAM plugins, required plugins, and the BAM components. Basically, it will come with your BAM also. So just say install here. So now what it is going to do, it is going to install the products, install the SOA product inside the infrastructure that is covered by middleware location. So after this, you need to run the repository creation utility, which will create the required schemas for your SOA, or which are required to run your SOA managed server. So it's almost done. Yep, it is completed. Just say next here. You can very well click on finish also. So this is what it is installed. Now you can say finish. Actually, it will give the next steps also here. So now we have to start the RCU. So I will tell you the RCU location. So now go inside your middleware location, and this is what it was doing. It has created all these folders, and it has created a SOA product here. It has installed the SOA product here. So go inside Oracle Common and go inside bin. Here you can see a file called rcu.bat. Since it's for Windows, I'm running rcu.bat. If you're installing it on Linux or any Unix flavor, you have to run the RCU. So here just say click run as administrator, say yes, which will launch the screen now, and where you have to provide the database connection details. Say next here, and since I'm creating a repository, say next, and here you have to provide the database details. So these details might be different on your machine. So make sure you are giving the sys user and credentials here. Say next, and if it is able to connect to the database and able to check all the prerequisites, then it will say the response here. Just say OK, then say next. Here wait a minute, I think I have clicked the next 2 times, so I'll go back once. Oops. Just wait for a minute, it will come up. Then it got struck. Even then I'm having 16 GB of machine, still sometimes it shows lots of errors and slowness, and that is, it's an Windows environment, so you can see the slowness, and I'm running database on this machine. Oops, it is taking more time than expected. I have pressed the next button 2 times, so it is trying to pull. Oh god. Thing is that okay, it is saying okay, but I don't want like this, so I wanted to give the proper naming convention here. So since it's for SOA, I just want to give proper, it's a SOA dev01, it's called a prefix, so I have to select SOA suite. So this is going to create the schemas with this prefix, SOA dev01. So if you see this row infra UMS MDS WLS, so it is with the prefixes, so that I can easily identify you even if you wanted to log into database and see, or if you want to install it one more time, you can have SOA dev02. Just say next over there. Of course, again it will take the same time. I think the database which was running on my machine, it might be slow, so just say okay. Then this is the password for your SOA schemas, so I'm giving welcome 123 as password here. So next, so this is your database profile. If at all, if you consider it, if its database profile is going to be large, you can select large, but for demo purpose I can go ahead with a small only. Say next, and if you want, you can customize the table spaces as well. So I don't want it, say next. I don't want to modify the default table space, so just say next, then say okay. Say okay here and say next. So just create, it will create the required schemas now. So this is now actually creating the schemas inside database which are required for your SOA middleware. So basically this is creating the schemas SOA dev01, so infra, SOA dev01, UMS MDS WLS STB OPSS. So you have to remember this prefix as well as the password. You have to provide these details again while creating the SOA domain. It is going to complete in another minute. The SOA infrastructure is the main schema, so it will take more time in the here. It is done now. Just say close. So you are done with repository creation utility. So you're pending with domain creation. So let's go to the folder location to run the config.cmd file. So go inside middleware SOA folder, Oracle common, and go inside common and say bin, then run config.cmd. If you're in Unix, you have to run the config.sh. Since it's in Windows, you have to run config.cmd. That's the only difference. So this is the domain it will create inside this location. I just want to name the domain as SOA underscore domain, just some meaningful name. Just say next. So what you want to do here, what the templates you wanted to select. Say I wanted to have SOA. I wanted to install a BAM as well, and maybe B2B, whatever you like, you can give it here, based on your need. So I can select everything and then say next here. I think in 11G and 12G there's a difference. In 11G you have one more component SOA for development. So in 12C you can only see the SOA suite. Say next. So it's an application location where the em dot var located. Just say next and give your administrator WebLogic admin console password and username. So I'm going to give WebLogic 1 as a default one. Say next, and if it's for development environment, I'm selecting development, and if you're doing it for production, you can select production as well. So this is the database details you have to provide, where your schemas are located. That is SOA schemas. So what is the prefix you have given? Hope you remember, it is SOA dev01. Don't remove this STB, and the password for which you have set is welcome123. And click on get RCU configuration. If the provided details are proper, it will show successful message, successfully done. Then say next. It is going to verify all the schemas. Say next. Now it is going to check the connection, whether the schemas are present inside this database or not. So all the required things it is going to verify. Yep, it is successfully done. Say next here. I don't want to do anything on the store key here. Just say next. And what you wanted to create here: administration server I want to create, node manager also, manage servers as well. Say next, and what the admin server URL, I mean the server name and as well as port. So I can go with the default ones. So this is the node manager details. You can provide the node manager username. I'm giving node manager and manager 1 and welcome 123, and say welcome 123. Say next. So it is going to create two managed servers here, SOA and BAM, because we have selected SOA and BAM, or maybe in the template step, the second step. That's the reason it is creating BAM. If you would have been selected BPM during the beginning of thing, it would have been given the everything over here. Since I have not selected everything, so I have selected only BAM and SOA, so it has given the two managed servers. Say next here. I don't want to do the cluster environment here. It's a standalone environment. If you're doing it for production environment, generally we require to create the clusters. So cluster will contain 2 SOA managed servers. So that's the reason you can create the cluster view over there. So now I don't want to create the cluster. I just want to do the installation as standalone. So I'm proceeding for the next. Say next here, and yes, I want to create a machine with the node manager. If you're not aware of the WebLogic concepts, I recommend you can go through the WebLogic basic concepts. Then you can understand the managed server, admin server, node manager, and all these details. So I have associated BAM server and SOA server for this mission, so that the node manager is associated to my machine, and if my machine is up and running, that means node manager is up and running. I can start BAM and SOA server from admin console. Say next here and say create. Now where we are, we are done with domain creation also. So the next step would be you have to start admin server node manage on your managed servers before checking the URLs. If at all you see any errors here, you simply have to go to the log location, the inventory log location, and verify the the reason for the error. So it is almost done. So yep, it is completed. Say next. And I wanted to start admin server now itself. Otherwise, you have to start the admin server from from the command prompt. So I'm just opening this console now. So since it is not started, it will show the blank page only. So I clicked on admin server and say finish. It will launch the command prompt and it will start the admin server. So this is what I'm talking about. Start WebLogic. If you're not starting here, you have to log in to the command prompt and start this start weblogic.cmd file, or you have to run this start weblogic.cmd file on administration mode. So now you have started administration server, and now you have to start the node manager as well. So I'll start it from the folder structure here. Go inside middleware and go inside user projects, then go inside domains, SOA domain, and here you can go inside bin. There you can see start node manager.cmd. Yep, you can right click and say run as administrator. Say yes there and wait for to see the message. Yeah, when you see this on port running, like if you see like the secure socket listener started on port, so that means node manager is up and running. Just minimize that, don't close that, and wait to see here the running status of your admin server as well. Once if you see it is running, then you would be able to open this console. So this will start in a minute. So once admin server and node manager up and running, so the final step would be starting the managed servers and verify the URLs. Really, first time when you start in admin server, it will take some time. Maybe for the second time and third time it would start in less than the first attempt. General admin server is very huge server, and it will take lots of time. Yep, I think it is resuming now, and you can see the running states now. Yes, it is running. Just say refresh the browser page. You can see the admin console, and just need to log in with WebLogic and WebLogic 1. WebLogic as a username and WebLogic 1 as a password. That is what you have given during the domain creation. So just queue WebLogic 1. Say login here. So just see what are the servers it has created. So it has created BAM server and SOA server. So to start this manage servers, you need to see whether your node manage is up and running. Just go inside machines, inside machine, and see monitoring tab. It is reachable. So that means now you can start now. Just say select, go to control tab and select BAM and SOA server and say start. So this is a way to start your managed servers using node manager, or if not, even you can start from the command prompt also without node manager being up and running. So once both the managed servers are up and running, you simply have to open and test the SOA, and this is for BAM, and this you can call it as simply worklist or BAM worklist. So I'll just go and verify for the SOA managed server port number. So SOA is running on 7003 and BAM is in 7004. So what I have to do here, it is on 7003. SOA is running on 7003, and your BAM is running on 7004. So let's wait for the managed server to be up and running. It's now started. Just click on this so that you can see whether it can show you, it will continuously refresh the page so that you can see once it is up and running. Or if you want, you can even refresh the browser page also. Meanwhile, even I can copy these URLs and put it in browser and say enter. Since it is down, you won't see anything. So I'll copy even BAM also, the second managed server, and put it in the browser again. Say enter. It will not show anything because still the node managed servers are about to move to running state, I believe. So once this is in running state, you can see both the managed servers URLs here. One is a BAM URL, another one is the worklist application. So just to confirm all the installation is proper. think it might take 2-3 minutes more. But this is about the more or less about the installation of SOA on a standalone environment. I'll try to cover the installation of ODI also in the next videos. Still it is not started, so still it is in starting mode only. So your BAM server is running, so that means you can see the BAM composer here. You can see the sign-in page here, it is coming up. So just give WebLogic and the WebLogic one as a password and say sign in. Still the SOA managed server is not started, so it is in starting mode. BAM service up and running, you can see the BAM URL, yeah. So now the BAM URL you can see here. And your SOA server is almost going to up and running. Even once it is up, you can see the worklist application. Generally SOA server is a heavy component and it will take some more time than BAM server. It is resuming, so you can see running state in minute. Yeah, it is running now. You can say refresh the page here, the browser. So now you have to give username and password. WebLogic 1, it's a BPM screen. Worklist application, just give WebLogic and the WebLogic 1. This is what your BPM worklist application. Yep, now you are able to see the worklist screen. So now this is what about the complete installation of SOA on a standalone environment. I'll connect with other videos on ODI and other SOA and OSP installations. Thank you.